Well, since you were busy, I thought I'd try taping myself. Got some footage of getting the water tank out of the way, getting those straps out. Look, I pulled up the rest of the carpeting here, and man, discovered this floor is like all wet underneath. So it's a mess, but I tried to do that and clean up a little bit. Got you some good B-roll.
Really? You know that's the camera that doesn't work, right?
Well. Oops. Hi, I'm Russ. I'm rebuilding a 1977 mobile traveler motorhome, and this is all about the MT and me. Okay, all right. Welcome back. Well, as you saw from the opener, I'm out here in the MT today just kind of doing some odd jobs and cleanup work. And I'm trying to get some of this on film on my own. Right now, Ree's behind the camera, but I'm also trying to do a little filming myself to practice my own cinematography skills to free her up so that she can get to some of the other things on her to-do list, like writing a book and making that peanut brittle that we've been teasing you about all along. So I think I'm going to turn my attention now from the floor to the overhead and work on getting some of this wood out and see what I can do there and see if maybe I can capture that video on my own. So what do you say to that, Ree? Does that sound like a good plan?
Sounds like a very good plan.
Okay.
I'm going to hand you the camera. Think you can handle that?
I don't know, but I'll try.
Let's see.
It's a big challenge. We'll see. Right. So. Okay. You go work on the peanut brittle. Bye. We're gonna see exactly what we can do about this. This is our cab overhead, and as you can see, all the wood is in pretty bad shape. So let's see if we can get it out of there. This is a penny that we found up here. We are trying to keep it with us because we figure, hey, it's a lucky penny. So if we can keep it as part of the MT while we're working on it, well, let's hope it proves lucky for us. You can see from what I've removed so far that this wood, this is I guess 1/4-inch plywood that they have down on top of the foam insulation, the same stuff that's in the walls of the MT that we've talked about in previous videos. Well, this is a piece of the same thing, this foam insulation. You can see me pulling up on it right here. It's about 1 inch thick. Now where it stops, right along the edge, there's a wood insert. Just feels like maybe a 2x4 that they put in there. And that wood, as you can see, is completely rotted out. It's wet. Whenever we found the MT sitting on the lot in Nebraska, where it had been sitting for years, remember, this area, of course, which had the fold-down insert, had a large mattress up here. And I mean, it was a queen size RV mattress, curved to match the curvature of our cab over area. And that mattress was soaking wet. The one vent in the MT, one roof vent, is located right above us here. Let me see if I can show you. There it is. Right there, center on the very top. Well, it had a big crack and was about half gone from just weather damage. I think it had been through a few hailstorms. Anyway, it had broken. Water had leaked in through there, thoroughly soaked that mattress that was in this area. And that mattress just sat here wet, probably for years. And as a result, all of this wood is a total loss. We've got the mattress out. That's one of the first things we did when we got the MT here to our home in Arkansas. We got that mattress out of here. So this has had a chance to dry out some, but you'd be amazed at how wet this wood right under here still is. It's just as damp as it can be. So that's the challenge here, is trying to get all the wet wood out, but I have to pull this piece of insulation up as well in order to get underneath and see what's there so that we can get into the process of rebuilding the bottom of the cab over section. Most of the section itself, remember this is one piece fiberglass, so the structure itself is in great shape and it doesn't leak, except for that vent, which has to be replaced. I've got it taped over now. It hasn't been leaking in a while, but it's going to have to be replaced. Everything else, the fiberglass, I don't even think it's leaking around the windows, which is unusual. It may be seeping a little bit, but nothing serious. So we're good there. Just got to get this out, get it dry, and get it resealed around the bottom, and then the cab over will be ready for us to come in and do our modifications and remodeling. But first things first, a lot of old smelly wet wood has got to come out.
Hey, Russ.
Hey. Look, I just got a sample of peanut brittle. Salted caramel peanut brittle. You think this is good? You don't know nothing. This is beyond good. Now, as I get over to this side, the wood's drier. In fact, by the time you get up in the corner, there's really no water damage at all. So it's just certain sections, although all the wood's going to have to come out. It's not going to all come out as easy as that. There's still a lot of rotten wood here because this is all framed in and all that wood is damp. So next, I'm going to see if I can get these pieces of insulation out. That'll give me better access to the wood framing, and we'll see what we have to do then. sometimes, no matter how much extra care you try to take, things are just gonna break. But that does take care of getting the top layer of plywood and the foam insulation out of the overcab. Now, I feel pretty good about the progress in the overcab area. It's the next day, back in the MT, and today's project is going to be finishing the removal of this vinyl. Now, you may remember this originally was wrapped up all around the edge of the wooden cover of the overcab area here. Well, this stuff is stapled like crazy on top, and it looks like studs holding it on the bottom and all the way around. I have to get it off in order to see how this platform is actually attached to the cab structure of the van and the vehicle. So, this is next. Let's see what we can do about getting it off. First of all, we take out a lot of staples. I should note that this vinyl is 40-something years old. I'm not planning on reusing it, so I'm not terribly worried about tearing it up as I get it off. But I would like to get it off as neatly as possible and get most of the staples out in the process. I may change my mind about that a little later in the job, so I'm reserving my right to do so. This is interesting. It looks like a snap, and I thought at first, well, that's what it is. It's just snapped into place. Not exactly. It is a snap, but the cover is just for looks. Inside, there's a screw. So that's the way a lot of this is going to come down once we get past the staples. And voila, the first piece of vinyl is down. The rest of it comes off that easy. This might not be such a long day after all. I'll probably eat those words though. I usually do. Things are a little bit different here across the front. It appears that the vinyl is strapped on to probably just a piece of heavy cardboard that holds it in place with padding underneath it. So once I get out a few staples here, I've got to take this the cabin light fixture down, and also the end holder for the sun visors off. That is going to free up, I think, that piece where I can pull it on down. Of course, I could be wrong, but anyway, these two parts are coming off next, and we'll see where we stand then. So, part 2 of the overhead is down. Well, okay. So much for the padding around the overcab platform. Now what's left is this padding on the sides, which covers the area where the metal cab itself attaches to the rest of the structure on the back of the MT. Here again, it's all screwed in place with these cap-covered screws. So we're going to see about moving this seat up. See if we can't get to all of them. Apparently as far up as it goes. This may be more a matter of access than it is difficulty. There always has to be one that's almost impossible to get to. This would be that one. Okay, that's the driver's side. Now the passenger side. Did I mention there's always one that's almost impossible to get to? Well, I'm down to that one on this side. With the seat up like this, it's blocked by the seat. When I slide it back, I think it's going to be blocked by the seat belt assembly. Not sure what I'm going to do here, but I haven't given up yet. Yay, it came out. And with that, this piece comes out too. At least I said it did. There we are. That takes care of all the vinyl pad.
Hi, Russ.
Hey!
How's it going?
Great! Boy, you have fantastic timing. I just finished getting all of the vinyl padding down. I mean, I just pulled the last piece off and tossed it on the floor. So, yeah. It was not as easy to get down as I thought it might be, but it wasn't as hard either. The worst part is some of the screws on the side panels were almost inaccessible. I had to monkey with the seats a little bit to get to them. But they're down now, and we can see what we wanted to see as to how exactly this wooden platform on the cab over is attached to the cab itself. And that would be with a whole lot of screws on the side and some big bolts across the front. And I think 1 or 2 big bolts in the back as well. So, I think we get those out, we'll be able to pull that, that bottom completely out and replace it. And that's what's going to happen.
Awesome.
But that's going to have to happen on another day, because if it's okay with you, I think I'm going to quit, come inside and cool off for a while.
I was coming out to get you.
Well, in that case, that's going to be just about it for this video. We got our flooring off of the cab over area. We got the vinyl down, and maybe next week, I don't know, we might get to the water project. I may keep working on this. Who knows what's going to happen? You're going to have to keep watching and find out. Till then, I'm Russ, Ree's behind the camera, and we'll talk later.
Now come inside and I'll make you some lemonade.
Okay.